Hey everybody, welcome back. We have a Model 10 here that come in for service. I was told that when you plug this in it does nothing, no noise, no humming, no turning, no nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and plug it in really quick and just verify that. Not that I have any reason to doubt it, but I just want to verify that. And just as they stated, which I suspected, it does absolutely nothing. So we're going to go dig into this one and try and find out why this has no go at all. So I think the first thing I want to do is check the cord connection down here, because that would be the most obvious place to look. And it's a Model 10 that looks to be in really good condition as well. Now, it's amazing how many of these we've had lately that have been in such good condition. Well, it's going to want to put up a fight coming off here, so I have to see if I can work at it here. I'm sure it's the rubber isolator down here. There we go. It's moving now. Actually, that's not gooey. It looks pretty good. Well, everything's connected, and the cord actually looks good as well. So, let me get the handle up here. Let's take a look at our brushes here and see what they look like. Okay, or not. That one's not coming out. Hopefully we can get at least one of these out so we can get an idea of what's going on here. Okay. Brush looks like brand new, so it's not a brush issue. I can only assume that the other one looks the same way. That's a sign that, it hasn't really been used. Not a whole lot anyways, when it's got no wear showing on the on your brushes. Our brush caps put back on here. I'd probably do this with my right hand. Lefty is just not my thing. Alright, so now we'll take a look back here. Let's see if we have an idea of what's going on. Make sure you guys can see. Oh yeah, you can see. Alright, well, this one actually has a date in it too. It says January 28th, 1954. So that's kind of neat to see. These wires here look good. So I'm not really sure what the deal is. We may have to dig into this a little bit more, since I'm not seeing something terribly obvious right now. I see the resistor starting to crumble a bit here, the coating on it, and it looks awful dark. but I mean, even a bad resistor wouldn't make it not run. And we'll test that and see if that's good. Yeah, I guess I'm not really seeing anything stand out yet. That's why this thing wouldn't run. Let me try something here. Let me see if I do got anything yet. Yeah, I've got absolutely nothing. I'll just check a couple things here. We get like very very low reading here, so there's definitely something going on. Maybe I'll check the cord connection one more time before I dig too far into this. And just make sure that we don't have a broken wire in the cord somewhere. Try to get this situated somewhere where I can see. Alright, it definitely does appear to be a cord-related issue, actually. Yeah, like almost nothing at the cord there. Alright, so that means if we replace a cord on here, this thing should work. Let me do one more test really quick. And where's my audible? One of these is my audible, I believe. This has sound. Alright, oh, maybe it doesn't. Yeah. I think I'd be getting something out of the cord here. Dang it. Well, according to this, I mean, both sides of the cord have nothing. Pull my leads up here a little further. Alright, well, I guess I can get to it a little bit better now. I've got nothing there. And nothing there. That's really strange. But let me go through and get this cord off of here. Cord is tucked way down in here. Short leads. Alright, I'm gonna have to clip the cord here. Pull it out this way. Alright. I'm not really sure what the deal is here with this. Doesn't appear damaged or anything. You know, even this part here seems pretty flexible. Well, most of it does. That right there isn't. It is crumbling apart. Alright, so I did need a new cord anyways. Now the fun part. I got to probably take this more apart here, just so I can get to these dang leads. I'll see what we can do. I hate it when they're so far down inside the machine like this. And they are really down in there. Alright, well, we're going to disassemble this, because might as well give it a good clean out anyways. You know, as opposed to just fixing that and leaving the old nasty grease and everything inside of it. Oh man, this cap does not want to come off. Okay. I think it started to move finally. Oh, I end up snapping a blade. Alright. I'm going to try it from this side. Alright, let me work on this and I'll be back. Alright, we got this cap off here. It was just on there really, really good. Wow, this looks nice and clean under here too. And you got some oil down in there, but that's, I think, just from sitting. As it breaks down, it runs down here. You can see it on the shafts and all that. We'll have to see once we get the armature out if these shafts are able to rotate or not as well. But we'll have the armature out here soon enough and we can tell. These screws all seem to be about finger tight. Alright, you can see we got to clean the grease out of there, and there's a little plastic tip we don't want to lose. So we'll set that aside. Yeah, we'll clean the grease and get get the gears in there in a little bit here. Now I want to get the brushes back out, take the rest of this apart. It's nice when you see these mixers like this that just haven't really been used a whole lot. You know, this one, you know, you can tell by the date on that was stamped on there or printed on there. You know, it's from 1954, so it's definitely got some age to it. Really, I think that's like really cool to see that. You know, it's amazing that it can go that many years without really being used a whole lot. Like I said, the capacitor was really dark, so if anything, I mean, it was run at low speed for a while, but they heat up so fast at low speed. I mean, Sunbeam doesn't even recommend, you know, more than a minute or two at, you know, 1, 2, or 3 speeds, because it just that resistor gets so hot. And you know, I'm not sure exactly which models that applied to, but I'm pretty sure it's all of them with the resistor in it. I do recall seeing that on a website somewhere, or in a manual or something. But it makes sense if you run this at low for a while. Feel that resistor. I mean, it'll cook your skin. It gets so hot, so that makes perfect sense. That you don't want to overheat it. I mean, things can only get so hot before they fail. Alright, this of course looks good. I didn't expect it not to, being that it's, like I said, it's really doesn't have a whole lot of use to it. Alright, let's see if this back piece will come off nice and easy. Yep, look at that. I think the less used they are, the easier they come apart sometimes. Other than the shafts. If those get seized up in there, they can sometimes be a real bear to get out. Alright, and that will just clean up and make sure that that oil wick has some oil in it. Let's go ahead and pull our armature out. Yeah, hardly any wear on that, or hardly any use on that at all. Zero wear. But alright, brush connectors are attached and they look good. But of course I'm going to detach them because I'm going to have to take that fuel coil out. Alright, let's get some of this grease out of here. You see it's pretty nasty looking stuff there. I think anybody want that in their machine. It's not really doing much good. And turn this around. I mean, I do feel a bit of drag on there. It's not too terribly bad, but this one's significantly worse. There's a spot that goes freer, but then right about here it gets real stuck. Alright, we'll get our gears and shafts out, and then we can get our armature out. Or not our armature, our field coil out of here, and get our leads extended on it. We'll get everything cleaned up and put back together. Alright, well, the shaft I thought was going to be tough to come out isn't, but you can see that varnishy sticky coating on there. But most of it wiped right off. That's actually not bad. And it'll be a lot better when it's more freewheeling, when it's got no spots where it's binding up or dragging. I just benefit the motor that much more because that'll also keep heat down. This one is really stuck on there even worse. And this was the one that wasn't as hard to turn. You can tell that doesn't always mean anything because this is the one that's giving me a much harder time coming out of here. Yeah, it was really stuck in here. God, it was so close I didn't think I would have to take a heat gun to it, but I just might have to. Alright, I'm going to work on getting this off and then we'll be back. Alright, we were able to get it with the heat gun. You can see the dark stuff up here. That was probably like a ridge on there where it had to be softened up. So anyways, yeah, with a little bit of heat, that was able to come out of there. And we'll get our gear out. We'll get that cleaned up. Alright, so the only thing left to do now is to get the rest of the grease out of here and get that cleaned up and take our armature out and extend the leads on it so we can hook up a new cord. So after we get that done and get all the parts cleaned up, we'll come back and we'll get this thing thrown back together and make sure that it works. Alright, so we've got everything put all back together, everything except for our little caps here, just in case, because as tough as these were to get off, at least the front one, in case there's we have to get back in here for anything. I don't want to put them on right now. Wait till we check it out, make sure everything runs on it. So we're gonna go ahead and fire it up. We got the new cord on here, and everything inside looked good. So and the way the cord tested, I'm fairly confident that replacing the cord will fix the problem. So runs better when you plug it in. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna plug it in and hope we get a different result this time. Aha! Okay, so it runs. So we'll go through and run through the speeds. Alright, so it actually runs really well. Sounds great, and I was expecting to have to make a pretty good adjustment on the speed control here, but it doesn't sound like any adjustment is even needed for it. You know, I was pretty confident it was going to work. Confident if I got the whole thing wiped off, including a bunch of sticker residue that was over here. It doesn't just look better because it's on this dirty stand. If you recall, it was just the motor that came in. I just put a stand on it to make it easier to work on. But now that we know that it works, I go ahead and I can unplug this now. It works when it's plugged in, so let me say that. We can go ahead and we get our caps back on here. And get this one packed up and ready to ship back to the owner, who I think the owner's going to be pretty happy that this thing is up and running again. Alrighty, so there you have it. This one's a wrap. Like I said, we're going to get this one cleaned up and ready to send back to the owner. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Let us know that you liked it. And don't forget to subscribe and click that bell so you can get notified when we post more videos. And once again, I appreciate the views. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the comments that you guys leave, especially ones with information. Those, I'm sure the information is really appreciated by the owners of these as well. You know, so keep that up, keep doing that. That's greatly appreciated by me. But anyways, we'll catch you guys on the next one, and thanks for watching.